Steven.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us once again for this, the Drunk Doctor Who Heroes and Villains, Episode 8, subsidiary podcast. Today we will be discussing Stefan.
Steven.
Spaceman.
Steven. Well, Spaceman, but Steven.
What were those robots called that were fighting the Daleks? Forgot. What was the name of that episode, or Steven's introduced? Maybe I'll actually find out.
It wasn't the Chase. That was, hold on.
The Chase is where he first showed up as a Western person, right?
No, that was the Chase. Yeah, that was the Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chase is where Steven shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 6 episodes.
Different character.
Right. The same actor plays the Midwest Texan hick at the top of the Empire State Building when they're doing the chase. And but that actor then shows up as, like you said, the spaceman.
Yes. In
the 24th or whatever century. Yeah. And they pick him up from, man, I can't remember the name of those creatures.
Robots.
Yeah.
They were fighting with Cybermen on some planet.
No.
What was the name of that serial?
No, that's Cybermen. Well, the chase is all
Daleks,
about Daleks. But yeah, they meet
the one where
it's not the
Steven's
Autons.
character's introduced.
Yeah, it's not the Autons. I can't remember the name of those things. But yeah, they end up picking him up, or he stows away basically at the end of the serial in the TARDIS. Not the first character to stow away, or not the last character to stow away like that.
Remember that scene with him climbing the ladder?
Yeah.
Intensely.
Right. But yeah,
that was the chase?
That was the chase, yeah.
Oh, so he played 2 different characters in the same
serial, yeah.
Oh,
different episodes, but same serial.
I understand now. I'm like, no, not the one where he played that character, where he played Steve.
No, it's the same one. Yeah.
That's the same serial.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, so
I was confused.
Remember, we're like 66 serials in, and we're now doing this on the side. So
also, I'm sober. You would think I'm not, but
yeah, that's the problem. You're sober. Right.
I would have better recollection.
You didn't drink this week. What is with that? I mean, I'm doing my thing, but you know. All right. So in the chase, Steven shows up, and it's the 16th serial for Doctor Who, and he's with the show all the way through the Savages, the 26th serial of Doctor Who. Once again, they kept the character for a year and then got rid of him. So his contract was basically up. Now he was an incredibly popular character. Peter Purves is the actor's name.
Yeah, Masters of Death, was that the runner-up?
Yeah, that was probably the runner-up. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so in between episodes we were talking about the fact that we had determined what we voted on, what was our best for season 7 a couple episodes ago, and in the next episode we're not only going to have to do the next serial, which will be a bit, but then we're going to have to talk about the 3 animated ones that we will be seeing between now and then.
You're a long way ahead of us.
Yeah, Fury from the Deep, Macroterra, Fury from the Deep, and Macroterra, Faceless Ones, and then Fury from the Deep, and then we'll have to vote on our Series 8 favorite. Because we were doing that like every other time until we're catching up to the series.
Yeah.
Because we're on Series 10 now for us. And Pertwee goes through the end of Series 11.
Series is like a season.
No, pardon me, season, not series, season.
What's the difference between a series and a season?
The old stuff is referred to as seasons, the new stuff is referred to as series. So, sorry, season 11. My bad.
Well, what's the difference?
The difference basically is
Number of episodes?
Well, kind of. But a season, the show just kept running. You know, it wasn't canceled, so it would automatically keep running. Series, they kind of have to like commission it every time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So there's no guarantee it's going to keep going, but you know.
Thing.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see. So Steven, great companion. He's a lot of fun. He is essentially there from the chase, going through Time Meddler, Galaxy 4, where it's him and those 4 big blondes in the spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, great actor. And he later on went on to do, what was that show?
Yeah, he's a successful actor.
What was that show he did, and he had all the connections with Doctor Who? It was that children's show.
Yeah. He was like the host of...
Yeah, he was the host. Not Punkadiddle. What was it? I can't think of the show. Not Tin Whistle. It'll come to me. It's also the name of a Mike Oldfield song. But anyway, he was the host of that show, and so he had all the connections with Doctor Who. So he'd have K9 and lots of the other companions and actors and actresses from the show on there. It was really cool. Let's see. So somebody in the audience can remember the name of the show and put it on there. That'd be great. Oh, Blue Peter. That's
Blue
it.
Peter.
Blue Peter. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Never mind. You don't need to do it. I just thought of it. All right. So yeah, he was there in the Galaxy 4, Mission the Unknown, The Myth Makers, the Daleks' Master Plan, the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve, when it was basically him and the Doctor by themselves. Pretty much all the way up to the very, very, very barely end when Dodo showed up. The Ark, the Celestial Toymaker, great one. The Gunfighters, he was great in the Wild West stuff.
Yeah,
and then
Fit right in.
Yeah, and then the Savages,
Savages.
Yeah, it was originally called the White Savages, but the Savages, not original. That was the original name when it was in production, but they changed it to just the Savages. And then at the end of the Savages, they're just like, the Doctor's like, yep, you know what? You'd be a great guy to set up this whole thing. Why don't you just go ahead and
rebuild the whole community,
rebuild the whole planet? Why don't you just go ahead and do it and stay here? So, and he's like, okay.
They're like, they need a leader.
Yeah.
Goodbye. He's like, I guess.
Yeah. So
he's like, listen, Stephen, you're never getting back to your century.
So
I don't know how to pilot the TARDIS.
Yeah, so he just kind of gets left on this planet as the guy who has to run the whole thing, the governor. And like I said, his 1-year contract had ended, and it's just sad. But great actor, phenomenal guy. Like I said, hosted Blue Peter, and his name's Peter Purves. He was fantastic.
So they have a habit of getting rid of companions kind of in clumps, because the very next serial we got rid of Dodo and the War Machines.
Correct. Well, some companions come in together, like Ian and Barbara, and so Bill and Polly.
Drop them off at the same time.
Ben and Polly. And then they also remove them together because, they're kind of a couplet. Other companions, just sometimes they've got to go around the same time, like Katarina and Sarah, or Stephen and Dodo. It just works out that way.
Peter Purves.
Yeah, Peter Purves, that's what it said. Yeah, he...
You're saying all the things that I'm looking for. I'm not listening to.
Aww. It's supposed to be a conversation.
I'm like, what was his name? And you already said it like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I found it.
But yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
So,
Peter Purves.
Peter Purves. So yeah, he jumps in the TARDIS, kind of hides away right after Ian and Barbara get sent back in the chase. His best serials were, Daleks' Master Plan.
All of them.
Yeah. Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve. Although that one would be better if, it survived. Celestial Toymaker's pretty good. Gunfighters. Yeah, those are his best ones. Let's see. Anyway, really good companion. I wish he'd stuck around longer. Although if he had, we might not have had Jamie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I mean, if he had stuck around much longer, Ben and Polly worked together really well, but we might not have had Jamie because it was only like 4 serials after Stephen left when Jamie jumped in.
The Tretons?
Oh, that's it. The
Tretons.
Tritons?
No, I don't think that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Cool. And he saw, wow, almost 4 other companions go.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's why Hartnell's just so heartbroken at the end of at the end of his run. He's like, they're all gone.
Well,
All of them.
okay.
Well, that wasn't the end of his run. That's when he was picking up.
No. Okay, at the very end of the massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve, when he thinks Stephen is left, and he's sitting in there going, they're all gone, Susan and Ian and Barbara and Vicky and Stephen and Sarah and all that. And he's talking about all of them that left and stuff. He's having that monologue. And that's when Stephen runs back in, says the cops are coming, and then Dodo runs back in. Yeah, Dodo runs in.
I wrote down scrapped Barbara and Ian appearance on the massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve. Do you know what that's about? I don't remember what. Is that like a reconstruction?
Oh, it's probably one of those. Yeah, probably one of those. Okay. Do you have any questions or anything else about Stephen? Because you've been looking at your notes though.
I have.
Another short episode. Wait till we get to. Okay. So next week we're going to do Katerina and Sarah. 2 very short episodes.
Sarah Kingdom and Katerina.
Yeah, Sarah Kingdom and Katerina.
You want to just throw that into one episode?
Nah.
We could do Katerina and Sarah Kingdom.
No, they deserve their own episodes. They were companions. They deserve their own episodes. Well, it's like Adam in the new stuff. Adam was like...
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know Adam. He's kind of like... Well, Katerina at least was in there for several episodes. She was like maybe 6 episodes between the Daleks' Master Plan and the Mythmakers.
Yeah.
Adam becomes a companion at the end of one episode and is ditched at the end of the next episode. He's there for 2 whole episodes.
That's about how long Katerina was. How long was that her name?
Yeah, Katerina was there for about 6 episodes. She's only a companion for like 3 if you want to count the end of the one and then the next 2.
Yeah, they just introduced her, but she wasn't really like when she got at the end of that serial when
right,
she
and then she's a companion for like 2 episodes. So they realized the handmaiden from ancient Greece isn't going to be able to understand any of this.
So Adam's even shorter than that.
Yeah, Adam's just the companion for basically an episode, but technically for 2 because he enters the TARDIS at the end of the one.
Well, that's basically like Sarah Kingdom. She only traveled.
Well, no, but she was there.
She was there for
7 episodes. Yeah.
She was cool though. I wish she stuck around for longer.
Oh yeah.
I like kill off the cool ones. Spoilers.
Well, no, they've already watched our regular stuff. They know companions die.
Maybe there are people that just come to watch the heroes and villains.
Maybe.
They're like, these are a lot shorter. I can watch.
Well, so next is... So we're still catching up to... we'll probably do Katerina and Sarah. And then we'll get back to Bad Guys with the Celestial Toymaker.
That's a good one. He's a cool villain.
Let's see.
Pretty goofy. That's a goofy reconstruction. That's where they're playing the games and it's really hard to follow because it's just like still images.
Well, wait till you get to the animation. Yeah.
Did they animate that one?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're doing the second Doctor stuff first, and then they'll work on the first. Well, they animated some of the first Doctor stuff, but like I was telling you earlier, it's a different company. It was several different companies, and it wasn't one big contract to do everything remaining like they're doing now. Because the 4 that we've gotten for the 4th Doctor, Power of the Daleks, Macra Terror, Faceless Ones, and Fury from the Deep, are all in completely animated, new style, and black and white on one disc and color on the other. And they're even animating episodes that weren't lost.
Just so they can put it all on there.
Just so they can put it all on the deal. And and so that's the new big project. But before then, certain episodes and certain serials were completed by animation by different other companies. Some of them don't even exist any longer. But it was just much better now it's much better the way they're doing it now, and it all came into existence because they're trying to put out all the Blu-ray box sets for all the seasons.
Do you like the animation style? I feel like it comes across as a little low budget. Just how they.
It does. The Macra Terror, which we'll watch in a couple weeks, is better. The animation on that is better.
Oh, okay.
It is improving, but I'll take it over the reconstructions or nothing, or just straight audio any day of the week.
My favorite animation was the French Revolutionary one. That one had a really cool animation style.
Mm-hmm. And that one was done by
artistic.
That was done by one of the previous companies before they got into this style with the with the Blu-ray box.
The
sets.
Archer style is listed.
Yeah, with the Blu-ray box sets. Yeah.
But even in this one we just watched, they're like reusing animations where like the hand keeps going up and down. They cut back to the same shot.
Oh wow! So yeah, so next time it'd be Katarina and Sarah, and then Dodo and the Second Doctor after that.
Oh yeah, do the Doctor.
Yeah, and then
Celestial.
Then Ben and Polly.
Ben and Polly.
Well.
Where's the Celestial?
Well, then we could do some bad guys like the Celestial Toymaker.
Or as they say in Europe, baddies. That's what they call the bad guys. Baddies.
Let's see. So then the Celestial. Would we want to do the bad guy, the Guardian of the Solar System, from the Deluxe Master Plan?
I feel like he wasn't the main bad guy of the entire series.
Sure, the Daleks, yeah.
He wouldn't. I feel like we wouldn't have a lot to talk about. He's kind of just like a manipulated underling kind of.
Okay, well in that case,
but the Celestial Toymaker, he's like a headliner. On the comics.
Right, so next time, Katarina and Sarah, which will also be short, probably even shorter than these.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dodo and the Second Doctor. Then the Celestial Toymaker and the Cybermen.
Ooh. Cyber.
Yeah.
Sockmen. Sock puppets.
Let's see.
That's what they're.
We may do the Celestial Toymaker and the Cybermen before we do Dodo and the Second Doctor, because we get to the Cybermen before we get to the Second Doctor.
Yeah.
All right, and then of course Ben and Polly. All right.
We'll figure it out. You'll find out.
Peter Purves, if you're still out there and alive, and if by some strange, incredible, weird,
I think he's still
rare scenario you're watching this,
of course he is. Why wouldn't he?
there's a lot on the internet.
He's like, who's talking about me?
Thank you. You were great, and hopefully you're still great.
Thank you for joining us, Peter Purves.
Yeah. Subscribe.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Purves.
Purves.
All right, subscribe over here, I think, something like that, and then I think over here is a video dealie, if I've learned how to do these correctly.
Most high schoolers are little Purves.
Yeah.
Purves.
Okay, we'll see you next week for some more short episodes.
Very short episodes.
All right, bye-bye.
We don't have an outro theme for this, do we?
No. We need credits. We need to make some credits.
Yeah. Just like our two names, your name, your name, your name.
And it's